It is Money Monday, and today we are getting a lesson from a true mogul, from sewing sweatshirts in his living room to founding multi-million-dollar iconic sportswear line FUBU. He is an ambassador of American entrepreneurship.
And he's here to share tips for building our financial future. Please welcome New York Times best-selling author and one of the investors on Shark Tank, Daymond John.
Thank you.
One of our
Good to see you, man, and good to have you.
Appreciate it.
He told us he used to break dance outside the studio.
I used to break dance right outside there. So, yeah, so listen, let's talk about Black History Month. It starts, basically right now.
We got 28 days.
I want to talk more about Black future, right? And let's talk about a little bit about finance. So many African Americans, most of us have not come from legacy wealth. And the stat is that every $16 comes into a community, 15 go out. And that's because we didn't have anybody to teach us about finance. And Americans as well. We don't get taught about finance in schools.
Why is it so hard to talk about money? It's such a taboo topic, but it affects all of us.
Well, because a lot of us think that you need to be a millionaire or gajillionaire to buy the things and get the things you want, but 65% of the people that win the lotto and athletes are usually bankrupt 3 years outside of the league. That means that money did not serve them well. And we don't know about it, right? And as workers and growing up, our school system never teaches us that. So if they don't teach us how to understand money, and then at 17 years old, you can acquire $500,000 to $700,000 worth of debt that you won't pay up till you're 50. Well, we're not taught those for various reasons, not because anybody has a bad intent, but it becomes stressful when we talk about it for the rest of our lives.
And you said we can learn a lot through history, especially Black history.
We can absolutely learn that. We can learn that a lot of things, and what we're seeing going on today, you know, the reason why I started FUBU is because the same things were happening during Rodney King in 1992 when I said, instead of burning businesses, I need to build the business, and this is how I'll empower myself and my community. But, you know, let's go into number two, credit cards. I know we've talked about it plenty of times on here, so credit cards are something we all live off of. We know that. So here's a couple of steps. If you're paying 18% for a credit card, call all your credit card companies and tell them you're going to cancel the card. I promise you they'll take it down to 12.
They'll negotiate with you,
right?
yes.
But before spending, putting money away and trying to make 3 and 4 and 10%, well, why don't you try to pay that down and get that out of the way? But let's talk about simple things. If you are getting a cashback card, 3% cash back, right? Take that 3% and put it in something like a Ford or a General Mills or a Disney or something of that nature that will just naturally go in there and build. You're taking the money you're already spending and you're making it work for you. These are simple tips that you can do.
So you're saying don't buy these hot stocks that everyone is looking at. You're saying go with, you call them boring investments?
Yeah, we're going to get into boring investments. So, all right, you know, when your hot dog vendor on the street starts to tell you about AMC and how to buy Bitcoin, do not buy those things.
Do not listen to it, right?
So investing is extremely, extremely boring. It's something you should never have to think about. So let me give you some examples. My buddy Dave Ramsey says if you invest about $100 a month, automatic deduction from the age of 25 to 65, at 65, if the market does average, that'll be $1.2 million. That is $100 taken out of your check every month that you will never see. $1.2 million.
Just $100.
And you will never have to look at it, right? Well, just think about it like that. But why don't you look in the market and buy some things you already like? Well, if you're buying cereal for your children every single day, well, I think General Mills is pretty good. I don't think Amazon's ever going away, and I don't think Apple's ever going away. Those are all 40 and 50% off right now. So if you would have bought those 10 or even now, right, when it goes back, if it's 40% off, you tell me if you saw a Mercedes-Benz and it was 40% off, well, I'm buying two, right? So think about it like that. It is boring. You don't have to look at it every single day, and it will earn for you. Do not get hypnotized by sports car trading, NFTs, all this other crap, unless you love it.
Hey, I'm taking your advice.
Unless you love it, invest in what you love. I like that.
Invest in what you love.
Daymond John, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate it so much. You can watch him, of course, on the hit ABC reality show Shark Tank, airing Fridays at 8 p.m. 7 Central.
Good to have him with us.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.